I want to start with something I hear almost every single day in my practice from a woman who are on paper nothing alike. A 24-year-old who's fresh out of her college and is stressful at work, stares at the shower drain and wonders why her hair is suddenly everywhere except her head. Then I also have a 31-year-old 6 months postpartum watching handfuls coming out and being told it's normal, it'll grow back. And then a 46-year-old who is deep in perimenopause watching her hair parting getting wider every single month and is being told that, you know what, this is just stress and aging, and given a biotin or even worst case scenario, a minoxidil. Different ages, different life, same confusion, same story they have been told. It's just stress, it's genetic, it's aging. What do you expect? Here's what none of them were told. Hair loss is almost never actually about your hair. It's a downstream symptom. Your hair follicle is one of the most metabolically expensive tissue in the body, which also makes it one of the first things your body will deprioritize when something upstream is off. So by the time you see it in the mirror, the actual problem has actually been brewing for months, sometimes years. So let me tell you exactly who I made this podcast for, because I don't want you to be wasting your time if this isn't for you. This is not a general wellness podcast. This is not a podcast about supplements or skincare or the latest biohack trend. This is for the women who have been told that her hair loss or her fatigue, her mood swings, her irregular cycle, they are all separate, unrelated problems. When in her gut she knows they are all connected. This is for the woman in her 30s, in her 20s, already noticing changes and being dismissed. And this is for the woman in perimenopause who is done being told this is just what happens. Now, as if her body has stopped mattering at every single step. Now, if that is you, I built this for you. And the goal of this podcast is very simple. And honestly, it makes me a little angry that it needs to be done at all. I want to teach you the basics of your own hair, your own hormones, and your perimenopause. The things that frankly should have been taught to us in school. Nobody sat us down and explained how our hormones actually work, how they shift across a cycle, how across decades there are so many things that we go through. It has got to do so much more with the hair. We were left to Google it in panic at 11 in the night, and that stops here. And here is one idea I want you to walk away with today, because it's gonna change how you see everything else we talk about on this podcast. No woman should be experiencing hair thinning, hair loss. See, we are women with ovaries. We produce estrogen, progesterone that support thick, healthy hair. Of course, I'm not talking about women who have autoimmune conditions or who have certain other disabilities or a genetic predisposition. But for most of the women, this should not be a problem. But why do you think it's common? Because most of us are living adrenal-centric lives instead of an ovarian-centric one. When your body is under chronic stress, and I mean the modern, relentless, low-grade kind, not just one bad week, it starts prioritizing your survival hormones from your adrenals over your reproductive hormones, which are from your ovaries. Your body quite literally decides that keeping you alert and alive is its most important job, rather than growing your hair, regulating your cycle, or even supporting your fertility. It's not being cruel, it's actually being smart. But it means that as long as you're living in adrenal dominant mode, your ovaries and your hair will keep losing that battle for resources. Now, that shift from your adrenal-centric back to ovarian-centric is going to be a thread running through almost everything we talk about on this podcast. In the next episode, I'll tell you a bit more about who's actually behind this podcast, why I started it, and what I have got planned for you in the episodes ahead. But I also want to say something. Hair loss is a metabolic and a nervous system conversation. And that's it for today. Here's what I believe, all the way down. When women are educated, we make better decisions for our bodies, our health, and our lives. And it never stops with just one woman. It ripples out to her family, her children, her friends, and her colleagues. That's who we are. We care. and we share what helps us. This podcast is my way of caring. So if this resonated with you, please share it with the women you love, whether it is your friend or your colleague. This awareness about women's health needs to be advocated for now more than ever, and it starts with us talking about it out loud. I'll see you in the next episode.